This jumper is the itchiest jumper in the world. But for some reason it's also kinda comfortable. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Patreon, and I'll put the handles down below and over there, over there. Again, no idea what I'm doing. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special roles on my Discord server, and you have access to my Vocal Anatomy 101 videos where I teach you how to use your voice properly and effectively, so consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Okay, so this next one is a fast track reaction from one of my patrons. Mad Reese has chosen this song. It's from a Korean rock band, from my understanding, and they are called Hyukoh, I think. Yep, Hyukoh, that's what I'm going with. And this is from a rehearsal episode 2, and I think the song is called Settled Down. So, let's go and take a listen. I know nothing about this band, I know nothing about this song, so I'm excited.
Maybe someday you'll be there. I'll find you on my way.
Nice. Okay, so what we have here is a flip. He's going from his chest voice into his head voice. Ah, I think is the place he flipped. It might be a note later. Flipping can add a real kind of change in direction to the vocal. It sounds like it's just being lifted off into the stratosphere, but it's a very gentle sound if you're going into falsetto with it. So I'm already liking what he's doing. This is very raw as well, so I know that I'm going to enjoy this.
Doing things stop, don't leave me alone. Doing things stop, don't leave me alone.
Oh, I like that. You can hear a little bit of texture coming through his voice, and I think it's just a mid-placed larynx with a mid-placed false vocal folds. They're not coming in to cause any constriction, but you are getting a slight amount of texture off of them, and I think it's just because they're at rest and they're maybe just interrupting the airflow slightly. It's a really interesting sound. It's very casual and authentic. I really like it. He's also got a lot of aspirate quality to his voice as well, so that's where more air is coming through the vocal folds, and you get a really breathy sound. So he's almost blending that chest voice and falsetto sound together in a really interesting way. There's a connection there that he wouldn't have if, say, he had a twangier chest voice. So yeah, I'm really digging this. I like the whole band as a unit as well. It just seems very real, and I suppose that's because the pickup that we're getting, what we're listening to, is a feed of everything. Sometimes these live situations, you've got like individual feeds for every instrument, and then you can kind of like lift and drop whatever you want to make the sound a little bit more, I don't know, slick if you like. This, we're just kind of getting everything as it would sound as if you were in the room with them at the time. And I really like it. It's very, very, very authentic.
I'm finally going down and got nowhere low. With far too many assets floating around.
He's adding in a lot more texture here. And I think it's coming from like multiple places, like a little bit of constriction, a little bit of kind of fry kind of sound, a little bit of that kind of almost like a blast of air through the larynx, and then sitting on kind of a specific vowel sound. It just sounds super raspy. It's very, very cool. If you watch his face while he's singing, everything is super relaxed. Like his jaw seems to just be totally at rest. He doesn't smile into his E sounds. He doesn't drop his jaw onto the more rounded vowel sounds. He's just kind of leaving everything in a super, super relaxed position. And it's faring him really well. You get this kind of almost uniformal sound. Doesn't matter what he's singing. It's just got his tone all the way through it. It's really nice. Nice. The way that they all play together is really, really nice. The bass player's just got such a good like rhythmic ear, and the drummer is just like such a loose kind of beat. It sounds like the tiniest little drum kit setup that you could get. And I think it is. I've not really actually looked. I'm not concentrating as much as I should. But it sounds like a teeny, tiny drum kit, and he's just kind of like keeping this tiny wee steady beat going. Guitarist is cool as well. There's an Arctic Monkeys kind of feel to this. It just has kind of a unique point of view, like kind of rock, but kind of like playful in itself as well. It's good. I like it. So here it comes back in with that really push textured sound. I think there's possibly quite a lot of abdominal stuff going on here as well. So he's like forcing the air out from the bottom rather than the top. Hey! Like that kind of sound. That might have totally overfed the mic. I'll try again over here. Hey! Like that kind of sound. Maybe not even as much effort as that. He's obviously been developing this style for a while. So he can kind of do it in a much more relaxed fashion, whereas I'm still trying to work out what he's doing, so I'm having to push my voice into places it might not necessarily be that comfortable in. But it's super cool. I just love that kind of raspy sound. Awesome. Nice. I think the drum kit was actually a normal size drum kit as well, but it just sounded like it was very contained to like this tiny wee place. You could see on that last chorus there that he was opening his mouth a little bit more onto that hey bit, and it gave it that kind of pointed intensity that it was kind of needing. Anytime you've got to lift in a song, you're going to have to do something that little bit extra with either your mouth or your anchors or tongue, whatever it is, just something to lift that sound and bring it into that next level. But they were amazing. Very, very good. It was like sitting in the rehearsal, which is just a treat. There's so much in music that's it's packaged and it's preened and it's kind of tidied up before it gets to you. So to hear it in this like raw form is just, yeah, an absolute treat. Massive thanks to Mad Reese for suggesting that one. That was cool as anything. No, that doesn't make sense. Cooler than anything. Whatever you can show me, that was cooler. Cooler than anything. So hope you liked that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? I could try and rasp that bit out. Well, we'll give it a shot. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me and bye! I hope that sounded all right. Bye.